Hello Ravers, Brawlerz here, back at the YouTube system again after a little over 3 weeks. Yeesh, I am very inconsistent, but for this reason I have a legitimate explanation. Making a long story short, I cannot walk. I'm not going to be putting personal pictures on YouTube, but if you follow my Insta page, you could see maybe a few snippets from my stories here and there with some of the things of why I cannot walk. Maybe I'll explain it in a week from today. If you're not following on my Insta, please strongly recommend. You'll see a bunch of festival events that I enjoy recording, any new videos that are coming up, any mashups. And speaking of mashups, I'm thinking of one right now that I want to do, and I should get onto it, but not before I do not one, not two, but 3 videos that are going to be coming out in the short span of less than a week. The first one is going to be right here, which will be the Nocturnal Wonderland 2022 set times. And yes, I'm doing this at the very last minute. I was doing some adjustments with my mic. They're going to be right here on the screen along with the Insomnia website that I'll be doing the little OBS recording. So this is going to be my personal times if I was to go. And fun fact, I was planning on going for Sunday because I got a free ticket to go to Nocturnal Wonderland. This was going to be my very first Nocturnal Wonderland, but unfortunately with my condition that I cannot walk, there is no way that I can go, so it's going to be a major bummer. So the group that was responsible for giving me this is Rave Wonderland. Shout outs to you girls out there. Thank you so much for giving me the ticket. Unfortunately, I cannot go. Hopefully I'll be able to go to another event very soon. But if I was to go, here's what we're going to be going for. Let's check in with Saturday, September 17th. Right off the bat, just seeing in the early time slots, I think I will end up just going around the festival to see what's going on. It'll be my new playground, as you can say. But if I was to go for an actual set to start off the event, I would definitely be kind of conflicted with Effin and Nostalgics. Honestly, I would go with Nostalgics because I've never seen her and I've always wanted to see her. And shout out to Nostalgics, I actually got a glimpse of her as she was on stage with Yellowclaw, just in the background as Yellowclaw was performing. I have seen Effin, and he is very sick. Strongly recommend, if you need dubstep in your life, go check out Effin. But if you need that house status, the deep vibes, go with Nostalgics. Secondly, definitely, I am not missing out. Eliminate. Trust me, he is the whale of Disciple. He's going to be giving you those bubbly effects and those weeble wobbles. And just hands down, you need to go see him. And after Eliminate, definitely I will stick around for Trifecta. Trifecta is one of the 7 pillars of Ophelia Records, and I cannot stress this enough with how he throws down, especially how he can shred the guitar. He's actually one of my favorite main performers of 2021 when I was honored enough to see him at the Ophelia Records event. It was right on the cusp of Thanksgiving, so it was freaking awesome. Strongly recommend it. Man, I am a sucker right now for back-to-backs, especially the one I am looking at, Must Die back-to-back Tesaki. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. But also, I will be very conflicted with Moxie. I haven't seen Moxie, and Moxie gives some really good progressive house and deep house status. I think I'll do a tag team with Must Die, back-to-back Tesaki, and Moxie. For these 3, I have never seen. And going into the later evening, Say My Name, strongly recommend. I've already seen him once. He is get a little trap status and hard status, a little blend of both. Going into 10 o'clock, this will be very complicated for me personally because I would have Sullivan King and Armin van Helden. Strongly recommend Armin van Helden if those that need that house vibe in your life, and go to the Sunken Gardens. But for me, I would definitely stay with Sullivan King. He is one that I've always wanted to see. He is absolutely shredding the dubstep and electronic metal scene for his own name. But jumping into the Wolves Den, which is the main stage, if this one, there are no conflictions, honestly, I would go with Adventure Club. Because with Say My Name, I already saw him once and he was good, but I've never seen... Actually, no, that's a lie. I've seen Adventure Club once, and that was in 2018. It's been a while since I've seen Adventure Club, so I would give him a shot again. Lastly, it will be a difference between Liquid Stranger and Illenium. I've seen Illenium a little bit, but I've never seen a full set from start to finish. So I might see him completely, or I would go with Illenium and then Liquid Stranger. Or Liquid Stranger and Illenium. That's just me. But the majority of the early times for Nocturnal Wonderland, I'll be wandering around if my legs were given the honor to stand at. Now, jumping into Sunday, here's where it gets a little bit more interesting for me, per se. Definitely, I would go for the Labyrinth stage right away because Night Stalker, I have seen him in 2018 or 19, one of those 2 years, because he was the side opener right before Pendulum DJ set came in. And if you need that drum and bass vibe in your life, he's got your back. Also, I would definitely go and check out the entire grounds of Nocturnal Wonderland before I make my way to Wave Dash. I strongly recommend going for these youngsters style, and for these three individuals, I was honored to meet one of out of the three, and I wanted to try to meet all of them. Unfortunately, one of them was quote unquote kicked out of the club because he went to go put his gear inside the car, and for some reason the personnel would not let him back in, which was a bummer, and that kind of sucks. Blank would definitely be up next. If anyone has known Blank's style, especially with how he has a blend of melodic dubstep and drum and bass, this guy's got your back. Oh man. But definitely Just Jur. If I am able to run from Coven to Just Jur, I'm going to do that hands down. For Coven, she is from the Europeans, and she is pure drum and bass, so I strongly recommend if you need more drum and bass in your life, stay with Coven. She's got a good reputation with Monster Cat. But I would say with Coven, and then I would jump immediately to Just Jur and see Boombox Cartel. If anyone hasn't checked out Boombox Cartel, ¿Qué estás haciendo? What are you doing with your life? This guy throws down the craziest trap status and a mix of Latino music, especially since he is originated from Mexico. Go see Boombox Cartel. I kid you not, he's not going to disappoint you. And with that, I'll end up staying for Rehab. If you need some progressive house and big room in your life, I would then jump into Sid for just a little bit, and I will go with Dylan Francis. I will go back and forth with them. Lastly, I would go with Rez and Ganja White Knight. So I'm going to be jumping around a lot because I am someone who enjoys catching so many sets, but for these five, I would not miss out from beginning to end. And that will be Eliminate, Must Die back-to-back, Tezoki, Adventure Club, Boombox Cartel, and damn, I'm just having a brain fry right now. Oh my god. You know, I would give Dylan Francis because I've never seen Dylan Francis, and he's one of the OGs of the EDM world, so I would stay with him. And that's going to be it for me. So if this was a little bit of a rant, thank you for withstanding my rant, and thanks for giving my content a shot. My apologies if I haven't been uploading, but I am going to be uploading my personal DJs and producers that I would see if I was to go to Lost Lands 2022, and some that I would strongly recommend. Maybe you haven't heard of these producers, maybe you have, but this is going to be enough for me to say thanks for giving my content a chance, and there's going to be more videos along the way, plus a very big project that I've been working on for about 1.5 to almost 2 months that's going to be out, and hopefully it's going to make you guys laugh with a taste of dubstep. Lastly, keep listening, stay safe, and rave on.